Hi guys and gals. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, what is it, 50 outside, and here's some like cookbooks that I'm looking through and reading, and I get a lot of ideas and stuff for like holidays and stuff, Christmas stuff. And I don't know, last year I really had fun, but I was so sick. I was by myself. I'm laughing because it sucked. I couldn't even hang out with anybody. What was wrong with me? It was like I had different stuff. I don't even remember. I got sick. I don't remember what happened. And so I opened up this. This is my go-to. Hello, how are you? Good evening. I shouldn't be charging this while I'm talking to you. I've had trouble before. Hope that doesn't mess something up. How you doing tonight? It's what is it, 10 something out here? Las Vegas. Fabulous Las Vegas. I was sick like even on Thanksgiving, and this is my go-to book. This is the one that I really like because, like, if I have an idea about, stuffing, right? I can go and open it up and get some more ideas. But then there's one that I used that reminded me of, like, something my grandmother did. And then this is a new one. This one's complicated. This is a new one from Gilmore Girls. This one's really good. It's, oh yeah, we're on the same time zone. Cool. Aloha. This one is good because it's a little more, if you want to be able to test your culinary skills. I mean, I don't know. It's a little more challenging because look at the kind of stuff she was preparing for inside of this Gilmore Girls show. That series was real deal stuff made by real chefs. And this one is neat. Yeah, it's fun to recreate family recipes. Don't you think so? Like, I don't know where the pine nut rice recipe went. I couldn't find it in any of my cookbooks. But it's something that my sister made and my great aunt Floyd would make. But yesterday, I made like carrot soup. And let me just take some of these down because it looks like it's wobbling. This I got, you know how you go to those bookstores and it's like those book fair things. Books are fun. And it had 2 different books in one. And I bought this before and I've used it. I've had it for a long time. It looks brand new. It's crazy, But then if you look at Suki's, the chef from the Gilmore Girls, she's got like coffee stains. There's a ring of coffee. It's kind of cool, huh? And then when you read this stuff, it's a cool cookbook. And I would like to try some of this, Sometimes, like Jehovah's angels saying that you go online and you you know, like I'll forget, oh shoot, how long am I supposed to be boiling eggs if I wanted this consistency? And of course I'll have to look, but all of that stuff is in something like this. This is almost like, I hate to say the word, but it's like your Bible. This was my cooking Bible. This is the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. This has almost your most basic stuff that you can really, I mean, this is probably the best cookbook I've ever used besides going online. And they're mostly red and white, but this one was the limited edition. But anyway, like I wanted to show you this cookbook, over 600 recipes. So I was like, oh, I have way too many baby carrots. So I went to Costco and I was like, oh, where's the... See, it's a Reader's Digest. Those are good. Any Reader's Digests? Do you remember Reader's Digest? Are you guys old school? They were half the page size of a regular magazine. And they always had recipes in them. But I went over to try to go to the table of contents, and I was like, carrot soup. See all these soups? Look at all these soups. And I was like, carrot soup, carrot soup. They've got to have carrot soup. I mean, it's pretty extensive, right? And all I could see was this carrot broccoli soup. And I had already used my broccoli, and I didn't want to go back to the store. And it was on page 114. So I was like, oh, okay, 114. Let's see here. And it has pictures, see, so you know, at least have an idea, you know, of what it's going to look like. So this was the carrot broccoli soup, but I didn't have broccoli. And somebody submitted it from London, Ontario. And it says, this soup is a staple at my house. It's easy, fast, and true. Yeah, it was so fast. I thought it would be boiling carrots, baby carrots for like, I don't know, a day, but no. And I had time. Do you have time? Doop, 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 doop. I didn't have celery, but I had celery seed, which I found in my other recipes. You really have to be careful with celery seed. That stuff is so potent, especially if it's organic. The organic, you know, seasoning, it's in a seasoning jar. It's celery seed. It goes a long way. So I didn't have celery, but I put celery seed. I didn't chop up my carrots. I didn't have onion. I just used the onion powder. Let me see. Is this getting all... Let me clean that up. Okay. It was getting fuzzy, wasn't it? Okay, and then I didn't have any broccoli to use. I didn't have fat-free milk to use. I had salt and thyme and pepper, and then I used some flour. And then I kind of followed this where I put the butter. Yeah, they are very, those dried herbs, very potent. You're right, it's like 2 times the, plus if you put too much, like, on my palate, in my mouth, when I try parsley, I don't taste parsley unless it's the fresh parsley. But the parsley that I have, it's so mild, like the seasoning that I have that's dry. I think that I like fresh parsley way better than I would using dried parsley. But I didn't have milk because I'm lactose intolerant. I don't buy milk, but I had a little bit of condensed milk that I was using to make Vietnamese coffee. But you know what? The condensed milk that I used may have been like a teaspoon. Isn't that funny? So yeah, it took almost 10 minutes to make this soup. And then you know what I did? Instead of chopping the carrots because they were baby carrots, all I did was I went and got my, it's like a handheld single mixture that you plug in, and I crushed it inside of the pan. Yeah, it was easy to make. But you know what? I used Mrs. Dash because it had the other stuff like rosemary, garlic. You know, I wanted those flavors. So I kind of get an idea, I notice, you know, in my head, like what I'm trying to do. And I find that I don't really follow this stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like you start doing what you think you might want to do. Like what you might want to taste. But this one looks really good. I love a good lentil soup. Excuse me. Thing that I found that I messed up all the time before trying to make my own lentil soup. I accidentally put salt on the lentils while it was cooking. You don't want to do that because it really messes up everything. The lentils don't cook properly. I know, and I don't add a lot of salt. We're not talking like a teaspoon of salt in a cup of lentils and stuff. But it really messed it up, the balance of what I was trying to accomplish. So you want to add the salt later. And I was wondering, do they have salt in here? No, see? That means whoever made this, Joy Maynard from, what is that? St. Ignatius, Montana. They didn't add salt, see? Because it messes up your lentils. And you know what I also found? I don't like those brown lentils. I like the red lentils or the green lentils. Because the brown lentils, I don't know what it is about dried lentils. They take so long to make. But sometimes you can get lentils that are already pre-cooked and in the refrigerated section of the grocery store. But I have never put peas or corn, you know, in a lentil soup before. I put carrots in there and lots of different broth and onion, but I never put celery in my lentil soup or green pepper or brown rice or dried basil, but I put garlic and bay leaf, and now I want to try this because I have some, you know, yeah, the beans after cooking. Oh, thank you for reminding for them to sub. And then it looks like that, you know. And I love lentils when you put a lot of cheese in the soup. Oh, and you know what else I like? Like you dip the, it's not a dip, but it's soup, and you put the tortilla chips in there and you dip it and eat it. There's something really awesome about it. But I don't have the same recipe that this has, you know. I just kind of made it up as I went. And then I was looking through here. There's all kinds of chowder. I want to do this one too, this garden chowder one. It looks so easy. Soup must be easy, but if you get the wrong, like what I did on accident, too much celery seed. I was just like, ooh. And then another time it was too much. It wasn't oregano. What did I do? I don't remember which herb, but it was way too much. Well, I think it was tarragon. I put too much tarragon. You know that herb tarragon? Yeah. But there's one thing that I really like is like navy bean soup. I wonder if they have, if it's similar to mine. But I just kind of, I don't see navy bean soup here. Oh, stoops. I love thick soups. Rachel Ray. Let me see if there's a white bean soup. No. Black bean soup. Beef. I love navy bean with ham soup with white, like, what is it called? Those beans, cannellini or something. But I don't see, maybe I'm looking in here wrong. Look, there's taco bean soup. Do you guys ever have, like in Vegas here, we have Cowboy Christmas, and it's the biggest thing you can ever imagine. And they sell these soup mixes. And I made some of those. My favorite one is the cheeseburger soup. I wonder if they have a recipe. It's so good. It's called cheeseburger soup. Let me see. I don't see cheeseburger broccoli chowder. But anyway, I have the, you know, on the bag, it's like the ingredients. So I try to follow that. Yeah, there's no cheeseburger soup in here. That one is different because that's something when you go to these Cowboy Christmas events, I wonder if it's over here. I don't see it, but oh, I added cheese tortellini in my carrot soup. Isn't that crazy? That's what I did. Those cheese tortellini, they look like that. Oh, look, beef macaroni soup. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Let me see, that's page 8. Oh, look, creamy carrot soup. Page 64. See, now I'm all messed up because I was going to go to page 8. And then here's creamy carrot soup. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put hash brown. Oh, wait, that's crab. Hello. Funny. Okay, let's go over here. I didn't have the celery or the potatoes. Oh, guess what else? I added some, I wanted thick carrot soup, and I added white rice. Nutmeg. I didn't put nutmeg in there. So this one's a little different. A little different than what I did, because I did the broccoli one. You can pre-make soup mixes. Yeah, I've done that where I put like, you know what I did with those mason jar, like you're saying? I made the what is it? It's made out of condensed milk. Oh, I'm tired. It's like 10:30 right now. All week, man. It was bad. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Was it dulce de leche? You know, it looks like caramel, and you put it in the mason jar, and I gave away a whole bunch of those for people. Look at all this summer squash soup. I would eat that in the winter. Okay, I was going to go to page 8. Let's see. Ooh, taco soup. But, you know, let's see. Page 8. Look, beef and tortellini soup. I have tortellini to burn. Ooh, they used steak. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Look at this one. And I have tortellini to burn through. This is my mom's recipe, Barbara Kemmer. Sirloin steak. It looks pretty simple, huh? And it doesn't really have a lot of ingredients. That's why I'm thinking, how simple does that look, you know? Okay, I was going to go to page 8. Oh my gosh, there, see what I do? Beef macaroni soup. Now, doesn't that look good? I've made stuff like that before, but I didn't know what I was doing. It's like I didn't have enough salt or something, you know? Let's see what they did. So they used ground beef and mixed vegetables in the bag. And then beef broth, elbow macaroni. That looks easy, doesn't it? It doesn't even take long. It's just so quickly done, you know? Wow. Wild rice and cheddar dumpling. Beef barley. Oh, here's a zesty macaroni. What makes it zesty? Pinto beans. Now that's one I don't really use very often. Pinto beans. Ground mustard. That must be the zest. The mustard. This one has a lot of ingredients. Look at that. So many good stuff here. So much. So many good recipes. So many ideas, you know. Jova's Angel, do you have a go-to soup that you make? I like to make ramen my own way too. Just out of a ramen noodle packet. And I add a lot of vegetables and chicken and an egg and it's not regular ramen. Ooh, I love goulash. I make goulash too. But I have a mix instead of just the paprika like this and the salt. See, they're using like the most chipotle in the goulash, Tabasco. Ooh. I never put bacon in my goulash. And I don't know. I used pepper, onions, garlic, tomatoes. I think I just used like low sodium beef broth for that. And potatoes, sour cream for later. This one takes a while though, you see. And I do love, you know, this sour cream, the dollop of sour cream. I like to use plain Greek yogurt. That's my favorite. Instead of sour cream. Because it's like sour cream. You know what I mean? Ooh, look, here's beef lentil soup. Beef lentil soup. My hands are all dry. I keep washing them. Let's see. How did they do it? Cabbage. See, that's one thing I don't really... I use red cabbage a lot. Every time I put bouillon in my basket, it disappears. I don't know why. Frozen chopped spinach thawed. Huh. Stock pot. See, this one takes a longer time to get the flavoring right. Ooh, evaporated milk. Yeah. All those soup mixes from those cowboy Christmas stands and stalls that you could try. All of those have evaporated milk almost on every one of those and the directions. Ooh, corny tomato dumpling soup. Taco bean soup. Swedish meatball soup. Doesn't that look good? There's so many good ones. I used to buy a lot of barley and make a lot of barley. Here's an Asian one. But you know what I do? I make pho. Do you think they have pho in here? Let's see if this one is kind of like pho. No, this one's totally different. I knew it was Korean. I was going to say Korean, but I didn't say Korean. Well, I'm not Korean, but it reminded me of a Korean type. What's the name of it? They didn't put the name, the Korean name. Ooh, spicy steak. Look at that. This is the Asian one. Ooh, ooh, cheese spicy. Look at that. See, now I want to get out my, like, hold on, I need to get out my, where are all of my little Post-it notes? Get a Post-it note and go, psh, because I won't remember. Let me see. You know what? I can't find the Post-it notes right now. Hold on. But I can make a bookmark. Let me get a bookmark paper so I can remember. Ugh. Oh my God, how funny. A bookmark. All right, let's close this one. Okay. I wanna look through this one. This is the one, like, special occasion, special stuff, you know. Yeah, I don't remember the names of Korean soups because I'm not Korean, and I mean, I can remember some stuff, but you know, this one is very, very unique because if you watch the Gilmore Girls, they had this inn that that they have this chef from the show, and she was always cooking in that show for their inn or for other events they were having. And here's some of the recipes that they from the show: Rocky Road cookies, blueberry lemon pancakes, all this stuff, peacock pie, peach sauce. And it's from the Warner Brothers Studios. And then this is like real chefs. But this was such an entertaining cookbook. It's just like it says, it's got really gastronomical stuff. And anyway, oh, I took away my bookmark on something. That's okay. But when you open it, you know, it's funny because it's like Suki's cookbook that she would use in that inn. Or on the other inn, what was the other one called? Liberty or Independence Inn, I mean. And then, see, it's cool. It's like you're looking through her own personal cookbook. And then she married the farmer. She married the farmer who provided the vegetables and produce for her. And then, you know, these are all the stuff you would see. And it was in, this is where I picked it up at the Warner Brothers Studios. And if you look in the table of contents, there's like breakfast for two. And then there's stuff like this, the pantry. And she has all this, these are challenging recipes, but they work because they're made from real chefs. And some of the stuff I'm really excited about is some of these infused like vinegars or these vinaigrettes. You know, these like, all this stuff is very challenging. This is like a little more. So you used to watch the Gilmore Girls, huh, Jova's Angel? I watch it. Then there's all of these sides and salads. Couscous salad, warm potato and chorizo salad, baked corned beef brisket, sweet potato biscuit sandwiches, and lamb chops. There's some really, I mean, some of this is so challenging. This is the stuff, it's like special occasion, you know what I mean? And then it's like escalated on steroids, good, like gourmet. Look at these cocktails. Stars Hollow, ginger fizz, I want to make that. Coffee, chocolate chip milkshake. I want to make homemade eggnog. I don't have my grandfather's homemade eggnog recipe, and I still would love it. And then look at this, plum pudding with hard sauce. I mean, wouldn't that be good for Christmas? Raspberry mousse with candied kumquats and kumquat jelly. You know, all this stuff. Look at French fantasy creme brulee. Blackberry pie. Oh, I love blackberry pie. Oh, I've watched Chef Molly. She's good too. And then muffin bottom meringue and ice cream. Cider ice cream. Look at all this stuff. You know? And then Look at that. This is so beautiful. The photography, they actually have a real photographer. Oh, and I learned a lot about food photography before when I was in college. And I tell you, these are such entertaining. It's a good read too when you read through here. And then it says XOXO Suki. Now, if you excuse me, I think of one of my stitches open, so I'm just going to go take care of the bleeding. Bon appetit. She always hurt herself. She was clumsy in the show in the kitchen. And, you know, look at this stuff. I've never made that before. You know, I would like to. I would like to try some of this stuff, you know. Oh, I love parfait. I like making yogurt parfaits. And then see, look at the way that it's presented. See these tools? That tells you what to do because it's challenging. I've never done something like that. And she gives you notes so you can get, you know, something successful, you know. And then right here, it's so funny because you'll see some of this stuff is from the actual lines, the script from the TV show. And then it gives you all the directions and how to do it and how to do it. And I think it's a well-made cookbook, you know. And I can't wait to try something. And then it says buttery brioche bliss. You know. And see, I love waffles. I have a waffle maker that my brother gave me. Yeah, it kind of does look like challah bread, doesn't it? And I mean, once I make the batter and I make a batch, I'll put it in the refrigerator and I'll eat it like for 4 days, these Belgian waffles. But the peach sauce, now that's something I totally want to do. So she tells you here, I have a blender like that. That's what I was using on my carrot soup. And you put your peaches, maple syrup, packed dark brown sugar, juice from a lemon, tea. I have vanilla paste now. I've never tried it. I've never used it before, but I bought it and it's not expired. And it's been sitting in the refrigerator. And I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to do this, and I want to do that. I want to do this, and I want to do that. And it's peach sauce. And then it's so funny because Jackson was her husband later in the show who was all, you know, and it gives you, it's like the story, and then it gives you that. Belgian waffles. And then, if fresh peaches aren't in season or your farmer brings you watery ones, use 16 ounces of frozen peaches instead. They were arguing about these watery peaches. It was so funny in the show. And see, it looks pretty simple, right? It takes about maybe 20 minutes. So, yeah. Doesn't that look good? Don't you want to try that? I like putting honey on Belgian waffles and pancakes too instead of maple syrup. And then they got these brandied cherries, apple chutney. So this apple chutney Man, that stuff is really good, like on granola. I don't know. It's just good stuff. Apple chutney is good even with like pork loin or pork or... Yes, it was a lovely memorial we put on for you day. Michelle, you're welcome, Lorelei, for your dog. That episode was crazy. But, yeah, it looks simple. But look at all the ingredients. See all the ingredients? I don't have cardamom pods, but I have cardamom somewhere. And I use anise a lot because that goes in the pho. And I have so much cinnamon. I have cider vinegar. I don't have any apples and I'm out of raisins. But yeah, I mean, this would be really good. And she tells you to put it in the jars. And you can keep it up to 4 weeks. Yeah, you have to, yeah, you know what you're saying about how you have to practice the recipes. It's like science, you know, and you learn as you go. And if you run out of an ingredient, you can figure out, you know, oh, I shouldn't have used this ingredient, you know, to replace that ingredient, you know. But, see, here's a funny story. And then all this infused vinegars, like when you go to a restaurant, you'll notice like, you can just have like, everything you have is like infused with stuff like olive oils and, you know, and Meyer lemon, man. And it looks like that. This is the kind of stuff, I don't know. But I tell you, I would love some apple chutney. Spice infused olive oils. Yes, thank you, mahalo, for subscribing and liking. I would like to try something. See, how often would you see pickled radish roses? Maybe if you have a bento and they put the ginger like that or something, and she shows you, she tells you what to do. Like how to do this. You could use it on sliced cucumbers, green beans, red onions, cauliflower florets. And then, thank you, jam. It's funny. How to make jam. You know what? I go and I'll buy jam and jellies and preserves, but I've never made it myself. Can you believe that? I would like to make some thank you jam. And then, oh yeah, you know how you know like applesauce and lamb chops and yeah, apple chutney, and even on Indian food, Indian dishes, chutney. This is tomato sauce, Godfather it up. Potenesca. Cut off the garlic bulb, exposing some of the... See, this is like involved stuff. Place the anchovy fillets in a small bowl. Then she tells you if you want to make it vegan, instead of anchovy, use white miso and serve it. You know, there's tips like that. See? Pretty cool. Quick puff pastry. I love puff pastry bites. Like the puff pastry, you know, the little bites that you have, like, anyway. Look at, I like making salad dressings too. There's so many ideas. Look at this stuff, see? Chapter 2 breakfast. I have my standard omelets. This is what's so funny. I have my standard omelets. Word to the wise, never take advice about your breakfast choices from someone who counts the blueberries in their morning muesli. That's just common sense. Egg whites are fine, okay, healthy if you insist. Great source of protein. But there's done none more to life than protein, people. I mean, have we forgotten about flavor? About taste? Okay. If you want to be like Kirk and try to get that hearty, just worked out glow without actually working out, obviously, then yes, the white of the egg is the way. But if you are looking for a deliciousness, yes, please. Here's the secret. 3 eggs, yolks included, and my favorite add-in, pork. Yep, in the form of pancetta, and some goat cheese. Hey, that's not a bad idea either. It won't kill you. In a world without bacon or cheese in my omelet, well, that's no way to live. And then she tells you, you know, in a small skillet, you cook this on medium heat pancetta until it's rendered and browning. I've never put pancetta in my omelet. You know what I mean? And, I mean, there's so many ways to make an omelet. And that guy, Babish, you guys ever seen him on YouTube? I don't think he added pancetta in his omelets. I think he has 100 ways to make an omelet. And, it's all different. This is totally different, see? Totally different. Oh yeah, Japanese omelets. Those are so complicated. I watched that guy Babish make it on his YouTube channel. Oh my gosh. And you know, you have to really practice. It takes a long time to get it to split, you know. Pie filling. Oh, I love that apple pie filling. It's really good on ice cream with like granola. You know. Here's the Belgian waffles. See, she makes her Belgian waffles mix very different than mine. She uses yeast, cream fraiche, however you say it, and vanilla paste. I've never done that. I'm using like the basic... I'm using this basic one here, you know, for my Belgian waffles. And they turn, and pancake mixes. See what I mean? How it's over the top, different than what you're thinking, like outside of the box. And here I am using, what page is it? Let me see. Waffles. Page 130. In my head, I know how to make the mix, okay? But I don't know why. I have to go and open my cookbook and make sure that I didn't leave something out, you know? And I'm like, oh, is it baking soda or is it, you know, or is it the other baking powder? And then you're like, oh, here we go. See how we got, it's buttermilk pancakes, and then I think there's a little thing that says for waffles. Where is it? Somewhere for waffles. Where? I would like to do that one day, the puffed oven pancake. Those Japanese pancakes, oh my gosh, are like clouds. And that's what you do. You add more, it's not baking soda, it's baking powder. So that they get like fluffy. Let me see here. I don't see where the waffle, I'm in the wrong area, but it's pretty much almost the same thing. Baking powder, baking soda, some kind of, you know, I put butter, flour, sugar. I don't use, do I use cooking oil? I just use olive oil. And then I put it in the Belgian waffle, you know, maker. And I go to town, you know. And over here, let's see. Look at the puffed oven pancake. See how this has orange marmalade. I've never added that to my, I've added blueberries to my pancakes. Oh, banana. I love putting banana in my pancakes. But see what I mean? Like, from what you know, this basic. This is your up, this is your notch up. See? Vanilla, oh, I put vanilla, but not the paste, in my batter too. And sometimes cinnamon, but what is that? Allspice too in my, so I see where I was going. I was kind of going from basic to this, right? Yeah, and I add an egg. I don't use 3 eggs. How much does this yield? 8. About 8 waffles. Yeah, that's about how much I get. No, actually, my waffles, let me see. I think I get about 12 waffles. With your pancake and waffle batter, don't overbeat or fluffy results. Oh yeah, that's true. You want it almost lumpy, but not lumpy. You know? But see how this one is more like refined is the word. A refined, gourmet, over the top, on steroids waffle, Belgian waffle. Which I had, by the way, in Monterey, California. Have you ever seen that video? I go and taste all the different honey flavors, and then I eat Belgian waffle. Yep. That was in the Monterey video. If you look in the California playlist. But see, look how she does it. You heat all that milk. And you got to have your temperature gauge. And you put the sugar and you dissolve it. And then you're putting yeast. So she's using the yeast instead of what we were using in our basics here. See what I mean? With baking soda and baking powder. Yeast is what's making it work. And then, yeah, I like to use unsalted butter. I have some yeast in the pantry too. But I don't really use this cream fraiche. What is that? Fraiche? Yeah, allspice makes it more savory. Japanese style souffle. Oh, yeah, they're crazy. And then shaggy dough forms. See? Make the peaks form. So there's like this is more like you're making a pastry almost instead of a Belgian waffle. You know, I'd like to do it. But those Belgian waffles look like the ones that I make. And then, let's see. Eggs with chive. Shirred eggs. Scones. I've never made scones before. I used to make a lot of different types of muffins and banana breads, zucchini breads, carrot breads, but I stopped. I stopped baking. But I do have an oven for it. Muffin top. Instead of the whole shebang, it's just the top. I'm going to try that too. It's kind of different. Kind of different concept. Double chocolate muffins. Double chocolate chip muffins. Yeah, so I guess the yeast she has in here is already activated, you know. But I've never put sour cream in my muffins, see? It's like something refined. Oh, you're asking what did she do? Yeast is different. Gotta let it rise before cooking. Then grill or waffle it to cook. Yeah, the waffle maker, like the one that I have, you can select the temperature and all that stuff, but it really cooks quick. So if you got yeast in it, it's gonna work. It will, because it's like an oven and it's heating the whole thing to make it rise. You want me to go back to her technique? There's let's see. I think it says put it in a, so she had to make it rise. Once the batter has risen, gently punch it down. See what I mean? You would have to have more time than just whipping up some batter with a wooden spoon and stir it. Make the waffles with the batter according to your waffle maker's instructions and serve it immediately with peach sauce and a dollop of creme fraiche if using. Waffles can also be buttered before serving. But that's what she did. She had to cover the bowl, just like you said. It has to rise before cooking. So that's in here. It's very thorough. And then, let's see. Don't forget the toast points. I've never had anything with toast points. I eat the whole toast. These look good. Currant and spice scones. Wouldn't that be good for like Christmas morning or something? Currant and spice. What are they putting in the ingredient there? Currants and zest and table juice from orange, cloves ground, whipping cream, powdered sugar. I got some of that. I would like to do this, but I don't have any currants. I think it'd be hard for me to find currants. I'd probably have to go to 3 different stores. I know. How did she do it? Line a baking sheet on a stick. I have that. Heat-proof bowl. I have that. Large bowl. Orange zest. Pastry cutter. Well, I don't have a pastry cutter, but or 2 knives. It looks easy. Looks easy. Those look good, don't they? And then you bake it for 12 minutes. And you make the glaze. She tells you how to make the glaze. So many good recipes in here. That's what I mean, like you're saying the toast points are fancy. This is like special occasion stuff, you know what I mean? Like holiday or birthday breakfast, birthday dinner, birthday lunch, brunch, tea, high tea, you know. Orange glazed muffins with warm cinnamon butter. I love warm cinnamon butter. Who has that? Oh, like you go to Texas Roadhouse, they have warm cinnamon butter. And Lucille's, you know, Louisiana barbecue, they have warm cinnamon butter. This is how you make warm cinnamon butter. Yes, I know. You can Google it, but who cares? It's in a cookbook. In a small bowl, combine the butter, sugar, and cinnamon, then transfer to serving dish. And while the muffins are still hot, use a pastry brush to coat the top of each one with the marmalade. Marmalade? Orange glazed marmalade with... This is the marmalade. Anyway. Allow to cool. The muffins better stored in an airtight container at room. See? I love this kind of tips because you make something and you go all out and you spend so much time and you get so effed up because now it doesn't taste the same than the first day you baked it because you stored it wrong. That's me. And then you want to throw it out and you spend so much time. Anyway. Ooh. Eggs Benedict, Luke's Diner Cajun Eggs Benedict. And cornmeal biscuits. And then she tells you all the stuff right there. You know what? This European style. One time I bought the French butter. Boy, did I learn that French butter was so good with cooking instead of putting it on a pastry or toast. And now I learned because I didn't know. Ooh, honey butter. That sounds good. What's this? Caramel. Oh, I love hazelnut. Oh, brioche French toast. See, I love French toast. You know, this something I would like to do. Caramelized hazelnuts. And she tells you how to make the caramelized hazelnuts. Simple, right? There's so many good... Oh, that's the rest of the eggs Benedict. Oh, Hannah devours them in minutes. I know that. Okay, what you're saying reminds me of when you said you got to go shopping, and you got to get all the right ingredients, and then you got to go prepare everything correctly and clean everything so you can cook and bake, and then you go and make it, and you have your Ohana devour it. My sister made very beautiful, detailed Christmas cookies, of which I think I have some photos somewhere. She spends so much time making them, and then everybody's just woofing them down. Everybody in the family is woofing those cookies down like it's like, nothing. And she spent so much time, she made the icing, and I saw something on the Today Show where they have some of the celebrity chefs. They were dipping the cookies in a mix that looked like frosting. Instead of frosting it, they dipped the cookies. And it saved so much time. I was just like icing the cookies, frosting the cookies in a different, putting it in a dip. And it was on the Today Show. It was the most wonderful thing that would save so much, time. This is something, look, coffee syrup. Note, if you are cooking to order, the toast can be served after 5 minutes in the oven. That's like if you have a family and you're like, Look at all this. Oh, I would like to make this. I make French toast with just egg and cinnamon. And then I put like butter on the pan and I flip it until the egg's done and it's not runny. But this is, like I said, over the top. Something, you'd go if you're on vacation and have a special breakfast, right? Yeah. Starters. Oh, look. Oh, I love Irish style. I like to use Kerrygold butter too. I like to buy it when it's on sale, but it's hard to find on sale right now. Chicken taquito blinis with avocado crema. I'd be dipping those, man. Look out. Pulled chicken. Onion dip. I have cast iron pans. They're so hard to take care of. Man. I learned eventually. Mini bratwursts. Or pups in a blankie. Basic donut icing, powdered sugar, and warm milk, a dash of vanilla. Yep. Doesn't this look good? I'd be like popping those in my mouth. And that looks like a mustard dip. Bracebridge dinner. Butternut squash soup. I like butternut squash, especially soup. Sweet chili dipping sauce. Rory's birthday angel wings with sweet chili dipping sauce. Ooh, look at this. Brie wheel with lavender honey and bourbon candied pecans. Whoa. Dang. Yeah, I can never find bourbon. And I don't drink bourbon, but they call, during the holidays, man, bourbon is so used everywhere. And then it's always sold out. I don't know. Lavender honey. I have lavender that I have dried lavender. Walnut arugula. I have some arugula that I'm like, what can I do with my arugula? I love arugula. I don't have walnuts right now. Morning mock turtle soup. See, that makes you laugh, and morning is not good. But if you watch the episode, somebody got sick, and then the lettuce is dry. BLT soup. Knock knock. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Lettuce in. We're freezing out here. But well, excuse me. If they're not all solid gold, Jackson laughed. The truth is, anything can be a soup. Isn't that true? Look, bacon and tomato croutons. Hi, Leanna from 808. Aloha. How are you? Yeah. Put the tomatoes in a colander over in a bowl. Sprinkle the salt over it. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't that sound good? Mayonnaise sauce. Man. So are you guys done shopping for your Christmas presents and decorating? I'm still decorating. Can you believe that? I'm still decorating. I did that to my TV. I had a mess over there. This little, well, it's all blurry. Go back. Stop. Why is it all blurry? So blurry. There we go. Mushroom soup. I'm a fan of mushroom soup. I like soup. Brioche coupon. Leanna, I remember you from Jellies. Are you kidding me? Totally. I totally remember you from Jellies, Leanna. How are you doing? Happy Christmas. Thanks for coming and saying hi over here. Sandwiches and soups and salads. Are you still in Hawaii, Liana? Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. We worked at Jellies on Oahu, at Pearl Kai, right over the Pearl Harbor, where Pearl Harbor's like flooding the bottom of the Pearl Kai. Like, so you got like the pylons and the parking lot garage down here, and then the store was up here. And it was Jellies, comics, records, and books. And we had baseball cards and sports cards and comics and games and board games and all those games that people play and CDs. And they bought books and sold books and bought records and sold CDs and tapes and cassettes, and we even had 8 tracks that people would want. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're still in Hawaii. You know, I wanted to stay, but I couldn't. I had to come back to the mainland. You know, I had to come back. I've been back in Las Vegas ever since, Liana. The whole time. And then, like, the only person that I seen from Hawaii here in the mainland is Crystal. Do you remember Crystal? She worked with us when I first started. Then she went to Tower Records. And she went from Jellies to Tower Records. And she was like my roommate a couple times with Leah and Chemo. She had that black hair, curly hair. But I don't see her anymore. No more. No more to kind. Yeah, and that was somebody, like, we'd run into each other or hang out a bit. And she was in some of the videos. Like, I think the last video she was in with me, we were doing, you know those health shots? Like, you go to the, like, Whole Foods health store, and they're like these shots. And, but then the other video she was in was at the Cactus Gardens for the Ethel M. Chocolate Factory, where they have the Christmas lights. That was years ago. I think it had to be about 4 years ago. But yeah, no more to kind. No more. And I remember you sent me, what was it? It was like, the laundry clip, like you dry your laundry on the clip. Now we have it everywhere. Yeah, the 9th island for sure. It's lost wages. Ooh, doesn't that look good? It's a lot of vegetables. Yeah, she was a massage therapist for a long time. She was really good at it. And then she did cranial, you know, the head and scalp and neck, called cranial massaging. Yeah. And then I never, like, I kind of talked to Linda Yu a bit here and there, and we all kind of lost contact, you know what I mean? I loved, you know what I like this is tomato salad. I like tomato celery salad. It is so good. I don't know where my recipe is. I just make it from time to time. You know, the last time that I went to Hawaii, I didn't even go to Oahu. I was at Maui. I went to Maui because my friend, her son needed to get baptized at their family church there. And then I took photos there for them. And then they had a reunion and a big, like, event. And I took photos. They hired me for the photography. That's where I was. That was a while ago. That had to be 15 or 18 years ago, you know. Oh, you see Linda Yu? Oh, yeah. I see her on social media, but I don't think we kind of lost contact. But I know, like, if I ran into her, still the kind of buddies, you know. I love prosciutto. Figs, though, like, figs, they have a chalky, like if they're not ripe or if they're prepared without the correct preparation, like olive oil or something, the figs taste chalky in my mouth. And it's hard for me to like figs sometimes, you know? So you're not on social media? I'm on social media. I have Instagram. Let me see. Let's see. This is my Instagram. It's Linda_Bertling_. I love Instagram. It doesn't have as much, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word that I am looking for Instagram? Drama. Phyllis. How come I don't remember Phyllis? Who is Phyllis? Phyllis. She's in Vegas. If I saw Phyllis, I would remember Phyllis, but right now, I can't remember who Phyllis is. You know how long ago that was? That was 1992. I left in December of 1992, and I've been in Las Vegas ever since. That's when I left, Liana. Yeah, so that's my Instagram account. And I like to put my nails that I do, food, some stuff from Hello Kitty, you know, all kinds of stuff. Rob, I remember Rob. The manager, Rob. That guy, Rob. Something happened. He got mad because Sonic Youth wanted me to interview them instead of him. And we never talked again. Sonic Youth came into the store. And they wanted me to interview. Did you remember that story? And then he was supposed to interview them. And they didn't want him to interview him, and they wanted me, and he got upset. I don't know. That's what happened. Phyllis was with Rob. I thought, wasn't Linda you with Rob? I don't remember. Now we're going way back. But if I saw Phyllis, I would remember. I don't even talk to Rob. I think the last time, thanks for liking the nails. Aren't they cute? Last time I talked to Rob was probably 1991 when Sonic Youth came to the record store. You don't know that story? That's what happened. So Sonic Youth came into the store and I was up, you know how they put me by the door? Cashiering and taking people's bags and making them turn in their backpacks, and I would cashier. And I had the poster that they put in the window, the Sonic Youth poster, because they told me I could have it, whoever the artist was. And so Sonic Youth autographed my poster, and then Rob came up and he was supposed to interview them, and they declined, and they wanted me to do it, and he got upset, and that's the last time I ever talked to that guy. And I don't even know what happened. I really don't really know. He just got upset. He was pissed. Why do you want her to do it? I'm the one who's gonna... I was like, I'm out of your story. I was like, okay, chill. Peace, bro. Peace, bro. You know. Phyllis, gosh. Wow, that's a long time. Now you're really bringing me back. Oh, those look good. I love biscuit sandwiches. Like biscuit, breakfast biscuits. Biscuit. Yeah, that's funny, huh, Liana? It's funny. He was mad. And then I was smirking because I thought he was, I'm sorry, I thought he was a jerk. I don't know why, but back then you know how I was. If I think you're a jerk, I don't want to pay my attention to you, and I won't give you any time in my day. You know. Yeah, I would know Phyllis if I saw her, for sure. Because you know how it is in Hawaii. When we run back into each other, we see each other, we know each other. Everybody knows each other. Ooh, orange butter. Biscuits. I want to make biscuits. You know what's funny? I thought I saw Rob in Las Vegas in the mall, but I didn't say hi because I don't say hi because I don't know that guy. You know what I mean? I don't know the guy. And I don't know if he's here. I wouldn't know, you know. Ooh, baked corned beef brisket with rye. I love rye sandwiches. Yeah, Jova's Angel. Meet Leanna. She's like old school friend. We had so much fun at Jelly's. That was the most fun job I ever had in my life. We had so much fun. And it was so cool back in that time. Back in the day when everything, like the grunge period and, you know, everything was transforming from like hip hop. And then it became like, the music scene was crazy because then we started to have like raves and techno music was coming on board. Then they had me do like record buying and stuff. Do you remember Eric? Eric and Crystal were together out here. Yeah, it was a fun job, wasn't it? Yeah, the Golden Voice concerts. Yeah, so like we had a guy, what's his name? John with a Jon. He was like the bass player with me and Linda U's band. Linda was the drummer, Linda U. And then I was the singer, and then Ray was the guitar player. And we were thinking that because John had the connections with the Golden Voice promoter, they wanted us to open for Porno for Pyros, but it didn't happen. And they gave us so many free concerts. Oh my gosh, I can't, you know, all the ticket stubs, I still have some of them, I think, somewhere. And some are missing. And we got in free because, and now the job that I have, I get in free and discounts too. Because I work for MGM Resorts Corporation from home. This is my ugly workstation right now. Those are Hello Kitty lights. Yeah, those guest lists, I still deal with that. Like if I get a free show, you walk up to the box office and they have to look at your ID and find your name. And sometimes your name's not on there. And I'm like, oh, no way. And then I got to call somebody. Then they're like, sorry, you are on there. Sorry. I'm like, okay. Sorry. It was fun though, man. I was like 18, 19. Yeah, that was fun. Gosh, now we're really talking about our ages, aren't we? Sweet potato biscuits sandwiches. Oh, that sounds good. I love sweet potatoes. We saw so many concerts, and I'm sorry to say I was underage and we got booze. I don't even remember half of the concerts that I went to, you guys. I have ticket stubs and all my concert t-shirts. My boyfriend at the time, when I was like 23, he kept wearing them and then they started disappearing. So all my concert t-shirts from back in the day, all of those are gone. I wish I still had them, but he liked to wear my t-shirts because I had cool t-shirts. We had a lot of cool stuff from the record store promos that they gave us. Yeah, so I'm still getting into shows free. Like some of the videos that I showed, some of the shows like the Bob Marley Hope Road, that was a free ticket. That was a good show. It was so unique. It was so different. It was called Bob Marley Hope Road. It's at Mandalay Bay Hotel in the casino. Yeah, you didn't drink back then. Yeah, we went to Pink's Garage and danced all the time. All of us as a group of girls. Always drinking in the car because we were underage before we went into the nightclub. And you know, it's funny, the first actual job I had is when I lived in Alaska in the sub of Anchorage, the suburbs, the burbs called Eagle River. I was first employed at a teenage dance club called Gertie's Flamingo. That was my first, and then they only used me once because the lady in the bar, which only served sodas and snacks, came back. She needed her job back. So they said, sorry. Ooh, lamb chops. I love lamb. Yeah, so that was the last show I saw. It was Bob Marley Hope Road. It's immersive. I have a video on it. I made a whole video. They allow you to video in there. And I got in free to that. And sometimes I go to the sporting events and I get in free because somehow I get in free with my other friend who lives here. You don't know her. Her name's Maddie. Pork chops with Madeira poached pears. Those look good. See, this is a good cookbook. That's just some of the stuff I want to try. Probably put it on the video. And scotched cocktail. Yeah, I don't drink a lot at all. Like I might have one drink. I'm a lightweight. I get sick really easily. I don't do drugs. You know, I don't even, I mean, I might have a beer or a glass of wine, but I don't go crazy. I can't handle alcohol, actually. I'm such a lightweight. All of this looks so good. Graham cracker toffee. I love graham cracker crust pies or graham cracker. I don't even like the s'mores, people. I'm sorry. I just want the graham cracker. Isn't that weird? After Jellies did a fair amount of drugs, got into drinking, and then drank kind of a lot, then things changed. Good for you, girl. That's how you do it. Yeah, because, like, I mean, you know, I don't remember the last time I was drunk, you know. I don't really drink. I don't do drugs. I can't even handle, like, I have migraines. I can't even handle simple migraine medication. I can't even handle a Tylenol. This is the s'mores wedding cake. Wow. This looks good to me, you know. I know, I have Stella Artois in my refrigerator right now. But it's been sitting in there and I don't really drink, you know what I mean? And then I had Hello Kitty wine probably 2 months ago, but it takes a while. I love cheesecakes. Oh, look at this. What is a Zabaglione? With berries and pine nut meringue cookie. What is a Zabaglione? Marsala. But funny. Pineapple infused vodka, which you can make. Or Marsala. It's so random. What? How is it this or that, you know? A pound of berries. I love pine nuts. I love pine nut rice with raisin. I love all these notes. Cider ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream, for sure. It's apple juice. And then you strain it after you boil it, and then you put it in a mixer with milk. Wow, she's telling you how to make the actual ice cream. You know what? I used to make, when I lived in Alaska, there was on the back of the Philadelphia cream cheese box, there was a no-bake cheesecake, and I made it, and it was good. You know, it turned out really good, and I never made it after we left Alaska. Isn't that funny? Because after Alaska, we went to Hawaii, and then I started making banana bread. You substitute it with sunflower seeds. I would like to go, you know what? I was going to go to Oahu probably 3 times and it got canceled 3 times. Can you believe that? Ooh, chocolate amaretto mousse cake in the shape of a G. To make the chocolate crémeux. Wow. Does it really have to be in the shape of a G, though? It looks like some work. Oh, Fairbanks is good for the fair. When you're there, you got to go to the state fair. It's awesome. That's where they have cabbage as big as a dining room table. A potato bigger than a basketball. because they have so much sun during the summer. Have you seen that, Leanna? In Fairbanks, did you go to the Alaska State Fair? Ooh, blackberry pie. Man, I love blackberry pie, especially with a la mode, which is French ice cream, French vanilla. It's so hard to find a good French vanilla in Las Vegas nowadays. They used to have a lot of varieties of French vanilla. And they still have the recipe inside the Philly cream cheese box. You should try it. It actually is good. It's a good recipe. You were there in January. Oh my gosh, that's too cold. And then in April. French fantasy creme brulee. Doodaloo, doodaloo, fantasy, doodaloo. Wow. You need one of those like chef torches though to crisp the top of the creme brulee. And you put the sugar on top and then you have to torch it. I don't have one of those. They don't cost that much. You know what? We had like 10% tourism was down in Vegas, like in, what was that, October, September. And then we had the F1 Formula racing circuit come through here. It was awesome. And that happened in November. And then we've got CES and we got NFR, which is a National Finals Rodeo happening, and bull riding, and the business picked up. And it was empty like in September and August. Tourism was really down, and this is why, because normally like we would have sporting events and stuff happening, but it wasn't really happening. There was WWF was here, but that didn't come here in August and stuff. That was like in April, because we have Allegiant Stadium. And then it's not empty though. We are very busy. Like, well, I see stuff sold out all the time. People are spending money out here. You know, they're out here doing a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. I don't see the picture of the French fantasy creme brulee. I would like to make this blackberry pie though. Yeah. I like Williams and Sonoma, but sometimes, you know, when you're just, like, I don't have a whole, it's just me. I don't need to buy that kind of equipment and that kind of stuff, you know, but I like quality. So most of the time I'll just buy my stuff from Target. Ooh. I love strawberry shortcake and strawberry flavored things. But that's not really like Christmas stuff, but this could look like Christmas because it's red and green. Paint the wall red strawberry tarts. See, that looks like something I would put whipped cream on. But I bet you it's creamy underneath this. Sour cream peach pie. Raspberry mousse and candied kumquats and cami gelée. Wow, that I've never made candy. I tried once. I was so unsuccessful that I was so angry it disgusted me. I did not do well I was trying to make lollipops. It was no good. You know how you go and you get a lollipop kit or something? It didn't work. That was a while ago and I never did it again. I just will not make candy. I'd rather just buy candy, you know? You have those refillable ones? Yeah, I remember I was like living with my brother, and his wife had every kitchen thing you could ever need. Everything. Torches, bunt pans, muffin pans. I don't even have a bunt pan, you know? And yeah, I never played with the torches because there was no reason to. Plum pudding. See, that would be good for like Christmas. Plum pudding. To make plum pudding, are you actually using the plum? It's the fig and the cherries, the prunes, and ginger. So this is like dried plums. It says diced prunes. I love puddings. I remember, like, I was in Okinawa, and they had these little like jars, and it's not yogurt, it's more like a pudding, but it's not a yogurt. And man, they were so good. Those Japanese style pudding. It was like a pudding, but it was light and not too sweet. Oh, that was some good stuff. Blackberry pie. Oh my gosh. It's a cocktail. Pineapple infused vodka. That sounds Hawaiian, doesn't it? Pour. I don't have any vodka. Put the pineapple in a jar with a lid. And you leave it for 1 to 2 weeks. Wow. So it's like you're pickling. It's like you're cooking the pineapple, pickling it. And then you take it out of the jar, you strain it, and you put it in the fridge after it reaches your preferred taste. And then you take those limes and juice and put it in the shaker. I don't have a shaker because I don't do that. Lime juice and all that, and ginger syrup. See, ginger, that is good for like Christmassy stuff. Ginger. And here's all the ingredients. Looks good to me. I love ginger. Ginger and everything. Gingerbread. Ooh, I want to make gingerbread pancakes. Gingerbread Belgian waffles. Hey guys, I'm getting so tired. You know what, Leanna? It was so cool to see you stopping by. You're not going to see me. I have like ointment all over my face right now because I have these little rashes. So I'm not on the video. But I want to say thank you for coming by. It was so cool to see you, Leanna. This is the TikTok that has like the Hello Kitty. It's just the Hello Kitty stuff. And nothing else but Hello Kitty. That's the Hello Kitty stuff. Yeah, I hope you can stop by. I know you guys, I think it's, what time is it? 12 or something here? 12:10. Is it like 4 hours difference than Hawaii? Yeah. And thanks for dropping by, Joba's Angel. It was fun live stream. I don't go on TikTok very often. But when I do, I put Hello Kitty stuff. I love Hello Kitty. But, yeah, I'm gonna pack all up put these away, blow out that candle, and go night-night. So thanks for dropping by, everybody. And all the other people who couldn't chat. And, you can always help by watching the video, subscribing, and liking. Because the watch hours got to go up, you know. Oh, it's 10 in Hawaii. Oh, I don't know why I thought, oh, you know why we had a time change recently. That's why. That's why I thought it was longer. Doesn't this look good? A chocolate chip milkshake. I need to put this away. Yeah, Jovas, I see you at the Photo Luke. I love watching his live streams. Him and Austin and Sherry, we knew each other from John Dobbs' channel. So a shout out to Photo Luke Hawaii and John Dobb only Japan. And then me and Photo Luke, well, like all the other people are on this live stream from John Dobbs' channel. We try to start a YouTube channel, and John Dobb would give us advice like this, you know, not one-on-one. And we would try to motivate each other. And I remember Photo Luke's good at what he's doing, Luke, you know. And I told him, you know what? He goes, I don't know if I'm comfortable live streaming. I said, you know what? You just do it. If you don't like it, it wasn't meant to be. If you like it, you go on and keep doing it. You get a little high and a little happy, and it's joyful. And if you don't like it, you don't get that feeling, stop. Don't do it anymore. So he kept doing his live streams, and he promotes a lot of those bands in Hawaii and arts and culture and bond dance and all that stuff. His family's awesome. That's how I met them. That's how I know of them. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate all you guys, and if I don't talk to you guys again, hope you have Merry Christmas and stuff. But I'll be doing more live streams. I have a little bit of time off coming up. So thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you. It was fun catching up again. I haven't been live for a while. Thank you. Aloha. Be blessed. I gotta put something on here. There it is. Be blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There's like a delay. So I'm trying to wait. There it goes. Everything's up now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Aloha, mahalo. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for stopping by.